Then we go side by side with Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly, down heading towards Eau Rouge. Guys, look how Norris is squeezing me. There's the wall! Norris, what are you doing? No, not 31, back out of it. Turbo 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. And guys, we are back with the F1 2020 My Team mode as we are heading towards one of my favorite tracks on the F1 2020 game. It is time to head towards Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgium Grand Prix. Eau Rouge, Pouin, Blanchimont, all famous corners known to the F1 community, and they are all absolutely amazing, especially my favorite, the good old Pouin. Now guys, please drop a like down below on the video. It's only gonna take you an 52 seconds. Thank you. Guys, please drop a like down below. I do highly appreciate it. Thank you for doing that now. And if you're only going to do it at the end of the video, I will say thank you again. Guys, at the performance chart, one of our chassis upgrades have failed. We're going to repurchase that chassis upgrade to get the chassis progressing a bit. We are the second worst chassis. Our aero is not looking too bad. And according to the engine, we are also the second worst engine on the grid. So we have to focus on that as well for the rest of the season. So with Spa and the coming Monza, the Italian Grand Prix, both the tracks being power-hungry tracks, we might struggle a bit. But that we will worry about that as soon as we get towards the race. For now, we've got an interview with Mr. Will Buxton. Let's see how it goes.
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in. Your team's had their first win in Formula One. Is this a sign of things to come? You've got one of the top teams in the Constructors' Championship. What's your secret to scoring those points? Safe to say that in terms of team orders, your career comes first in your team. To get your team into a good position. How long do you think it will be before you can challenge the big three? Your second driver really seems to be improving at a rapid pace. How dedicated are they? Well, thanks a lot for inviting us here. It's been fantastic.
A few harsh answers from ourselves, the guys, I have to say that. But we are still the boss of our own team in Formula One. So we had to give a few of those, you know what, the team still needs a lot of work. Especially the questions about the second driver, Mr. Aitken. We had to make sure that we keep pushing them because the team is still far, far away from challenging the top three. Yes, we've had our first victory in Formula One. We've had a fantastic rookie season thus far. If this season ends now, it would actually be the perfect rookie season. As a team, not just as a driver, but as a team in Formula One. So I am really proud of the team and ourselves, but you can't shy away that there is still a lot of work to do before we are going to be a front-running team. Here you guys can see we head towards the compounds that we will be using this weekend. We are going softer, so we're going to have more Red Wall soft tires for this weekend, and it is now time to head towards Spa-Francorchamps, and guys, this track has grown so much on me in the past 3 years. I think especially with the unfortunate passing of Antoine Hubert. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of me mentioning this, but after Antoine's death, even though it was at this track, and that usually tends for people to hate the track, it actually makes me love the track more, because I saw how an entire motorsport community came together at one track to celebrate a lost too soon talent. But guys, away from the sad, heading towards the performance chart, Mercedes are still leading the way from Ferrari P2, Red Bull P3, Racing Point are now in P4, Alfa Romeo have made a massive jump to get themselves up into P5, McLaren P6, Alfa Tauri P7, Renault are in P8 with Haas P9, we are right behind them in P10, and Williams are still bringing up the rear end of the field. So guys, what I have to say is we are still in that midfield mix, but we are at the bottom of the midfield mix. So to get points this weekend is going to be tough, especially the fact that we are struggling. Ooh, that was a big shunt there. Especially the fact that we are struggling with straight line speed, which this track does demand. So we are in for a bit of a hard weekend, but let's just see how things go in quali, and then we start stressing. Guys, depending on how qualifying goes, that is gonna give us a reason to stress or not. But guys, heading towards the end of our first run in Q1, we crossed the line and we actually go P17, so we are on that edge of getting into Q2. I was only going to use 2 sets of tires for this first quali session because I did feel I do feel we have the pace to get into Q2. I do feel we have the pace to get into Q2. As we are close to heading out for our second run, we are down to P18 as some of the other back markers set new and quicker times. But now we really just have to make sure that we get this lap perfect.
Checks complete. We're ready.
Thank you very much, my good engineer. And guys, let's head around this beautiful track in Belgium for our final lap in Q1. You guys can see the rain has started to come down. There was no forecast for rain in Q1, and yet the droplets have started dropping. But the track is still very dry tire friendly. So heading up through Eau Rouge, beautiful line through there. There wasn't really a lack of grip, guys. Just the track started to cool down really quickly. So the tires you were struggling to keep the tires within the right temperatures. Ooh, excuse me. To keep them in the right performing temperatures. Let's put it that way. Into the chicane after the camel straight. Into this third corner. Take it very quickly. Mount the curb on the outside. Beautiful line through there. Into this very hard downhill right-handed hairpin. Through the hairpin. Get the power down as quickly as possible. Into the to no name left. And then we get the power down to head towards my favorite corner here in Belgium. Pull on, down to 7th gear, mount the curb on the other just a little bit. It's actually not handy to do that, but we still did it. Here we go, we are through Pull on. That feels so good. It feels so good. Into this next right-left chicane as we now head on towards this final part of the lap. Into this next right-hander, and from here on, it's flat out all the way to the bus stop chicane. Now let's make sure, this is where we're going to struggle a lot, guys, due to our engine power being a little bit down. We are 1/10 up on our quickest lap time in Q1, and that might just be enough to get us into Q2, but we have to nail the bus stop chicane through Blanchimont. We just went, and now heading towards the bus stop chicane, hard and late into the brakes. 3rd gear as we head over the first one. 2nd gear for the final part of the chicane. Now get the power down as quickly as possible. Open up DRS. We come across the line and it's going to be P17.
Right.
Why? We missed out by less than half a tenth. That's 0,050. That's how minimal, how little we missed out on Q2. Okay, guys, it's time to hunker down and get ourselves ready for the Belgium Grand Prix. So without further ado, let's head straight there.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps then, a 4.35-mile tour of the Ardennes countryside, with 9 right corners and 10 left corners, giving us a grand total of 19. Average lap speeds in the dry can reach about 145 miles per hour, but without a significant improvement in these conditions, we won't be seeing anything like that today. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams, all trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you got your own race to run, I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen, and Albon, Perez, Sainz, Ricciardo, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Norris, Kvyat, Esteban Ocon, and Gasly, Grosjean, Parker, Lance Stroll, and Kevin Magnussen, Aitken, Raikkonen, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
We will have to see, Crofty, which will come out on top today. Guys, it's a wet one. You know you have to hit that subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding that bell to never miss a future episode. If you are new, thank you very much. Guys, it's time to jam with me on the formation lap. It's going to get drier later on in this race, but this start is going to be very tricky and treacherous. We are going to have to be careful, but first, jam with me, oh yeah. Ready for the Belgium Grand Prix from P16 on the grid thanks to a penalty for Kimi Raikkonen. We head to 5 red lights and it's go, go, go for the Belgium Grand Prix. Mercedes front row lockout between Hamilton and Bottas. Into the first corner, Bottas has to defend from his teammate Lewis Hamilton, but Hamilton got a brilliant start there on the intermediate tyres. Vettel is under pressure from Verstappen with Leclerc right behind him, and right behind him it is the second Red Bull of Albon. Heading down towards Eau Rouge for the first time now. Here goes the Ferrari and the Red Bull side by side in the wet. It's Leclerc and Verstappen. It's not even Vettel and Verstappen. Or is that Leclerc and Albon? That is Leclerc and Albon. We head here onto the back straight. And all of it. Oh, safety car. The safety car has been called out. So there must have been a massive incident at the back of the pack. Or something must have gone wrong. The safety car has been called out. Let's take a look back if we can see anything from my POV for this Belgium Grand Prix. You guys see it's a very wet start. We headed to the first corner. Here we go. We jump a few drivers on the inside, including Lando Norris. Then we go side by side with Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly. Down heading towards Eau Rouge. Guys, look how Norris is squeezing me. There's the wall! Norris, what are you doing? No. Not 31. Back out of it. We didn't back out of it. There's a spin from Norris. A massive spin from Norris. Where's Gasly? Gasly's also got a...
The safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Gasly and Norris both span, and I saw there on the left hand side, even Nicholas Latifi got caught up in this. Guys, look at this. up through Eau Rouge. Oh, Gasly just punts Norris. I'm lucky to not have gotten collected there. And then, oh my goodness, Norris just gets clocked by Latifi. Oh my word, if there's ever been like a Batista bomb in F1, that is what it would look like. Gasly just had nowhere to go. He had to jolt to the right. And Gasly is still in the race, however, luckily for him. But this is a massive crash. Guys, the fact that we kept our nose clean heading down here, it's an absolute miracle on its own. We had to go onto the grass heading up through Eau Rouge. I would have been a sitting duck for Danny Kvyat if it wasn't for the safety car. Kvyat would have just bolted past me. Let's have a look here on board with Nicholas Latifi. Oh my goodness, I just think he couldn't see anything. Oh, he actually gets a little bit of a tank slap heading into Eau Rouge as he went side by side with someone else, and then Lando was just sitting right on the racing line for Latifi. Oh my word, this is a massive crash. Let's have one more replay of the cinematic cameras. There we go. I'm lucky to keep my nose clean. Norris keeps good control of his car, and as he stops there, Latifi just absolutely pile drives Norris into oblivion, and that is already 2 retirements for this Belgium Grand Prix. Lance Stroll at some stage on that first lap got some front wing damage. He's coming into the pit lane along with Pierre Gasly, who is lucky to still have that car in a little bit less than one piece. He just needs a new front wing. The rest of the car is still hunky-dory. But oh my soul. Guys, it has been 2 games in a row now. The last season on F1 2019 where I drove for McLaren. Here in Belgium, there was a massive first lap crash at Eau Rouge. And now, for a second time, here in Belgium, we have had some problems heading up Eau Rouge. I can't remember if that was in the wet. I think that was in the dry. But this was in the wet, so it was even more treacherous. Eau Rouge clearly doesn't like... Ooh, sorry, can I please stop burping? I don't know why. I haven't eaten, I haven't drank anything. My body just decides it has gas. In any case, well, top gas. You guys are probably laughing your ass off now for me, but in any case, so Eau Rouge clearly doesn't like race starts when it comes to my profiles on F1 2020, but you know what, that is all nice and dandy. It makes the racing interesting. We actually gained a few positions through with that, because we kept our nose clean. And as you guys can see, I nearly just swallowed my tongue. Oh my word, what is going on with me today? We went for a move there on Daniel Ricciardo as he was a little bit asleep on the safety car restart. Here we go. Danny Kvyat's arm is right behind us. We go up the inside of Ricciardo. A little bit of an aggressive move there, but Ricciardo he clearly didn't warm up his tires properly on the safety car restart. We did, however, and that is us up now, I think up into P11 if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. Let's keep an eye on the leaders. Hamilton has bolted away from Bottas. Leclerc is still in P3, and Vettel is fighting with the 2 Red Bulls for P4. We now have a look here at Pierre Gasly. He's trying to make a move on Nicholas Latifi for the wooden spoon for P18. Here we go through Blanchimont at very high speed, even in the wet weather. To the bus stop chicane. Here we go, Latifi. Oh no, that's actually Russell v Gasly, not Latifi. Excuse me for that. Russell around the outside, Gasly on the inside. Who's going to get the power down in these very tricky conditions? Williams v AlphaTauri, the 2 white cars on the grid. Well, 2 of the white cars on the grid. Here we go, navy blue versus baby blue, basically. And through the first corner, Russell just has the drive coming out of the corner, and Gasly has to wait till another lap to get the move done there on Mr. Russell. Here we go, up through Eau Rouge, and now the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel is tired of sitting behind Albon. Here we go, no DRS in the wet weather, guys. Remember, no DRS when it's wet. He pulls to the inside, and will Vettel get the move done on Albon? Yes, he will. And that is Sebastian. Oh, not yet. Come on, Vettel. There we go. And Vettel is now up into P4, as Leclerc is actually chasing down Bottas very, very, very intensely. We jump back onto the POV of Pierre Gasly as he is still trying to get a move done on George Russell. But oh no, there's smoke. That's not spray, that is smoke. And Pierre Gasly, after having a terrible start towards the Belgium Grand Prix, is out of the Belgium Grand Prix due to an engine failure. Whether that was due to the contact earlier in the race, I highly doubt it, but his engine has just said kaput. And as you guys can see, the safety car got called out again. And on the restart, the track was dry enough for everybody to go onto slicks. I wanted to come a lap earlier, but I was too scared to do it, and I should have, because then I would have been the only car to pit onto slicks, and that would have given me the race lead. Yes, the race lead, but I was chicken. And now you guys can see it is absolute mayhem in the pit lane as all the drivers are just coming in for the slick tires. There are a handful of drivers who are staying out for on the intermediate tires. We come into the pit lane, off of the inters onto the mediums. We are go. We just get out ahead of Carlos Sainz, so we have once again gained a few positions as we are right behind, I think, Verstappen on the exit of the pit lane. It's still a little bit treacherous. The track is still very, very cold, actually Antarctic type cold. Ooh, the tires were such a pain in the rear to get up to temperature, guys. But Sebastian Vettel has stayed out on his intermediate tires to not double stack with his teammate, which I feel was a massive mistake, because a lap on a dry track with these intermediate tires are horrible. My teammate has done the same! What are you doing, Aitken? You just threw away points. Guys, he just threw away a heap of points. No, Aitken. What? No. Is it him or is it my team? Are we firing a few strategists after this race? I think we might. We're either firing a few strategists or giving Aitken a slap on the wrist. Because seriously. No. The perfect opportunity for Aitken to get points to secure his contract for Season 2. And he makes, he or the team makes this silly decision. I can't believe it. I cannot believe my eyes. And look how quick, look how quick Hamilton is on the slicks. He has already caught up about a 20-second gap in one lap. Okay, 15 seconds. No, he was held in the pit lane. It can easily be 20 seconds that he has caught up in one lap. That is how slow you are when you stay out on the intermediates on a dry track. It doesn't work because they've got no grip, that you just keep spinning the tires and you understeer into every corner. It's crazy. Vettel comes in, straps on a set of soft tires, and now he is gonna maybe come out even behind me. Let's see where we are. We are in the top 10 now. I know that for sure. We are ahead of the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. We are even ahead of Valtteri Bottas, who's stuck behind the Renault of Ricciardo. There comes Vettel. He's going to be just there alongside Sainz. Through Eau Rouge. Oh boy, through Eau Rouge. God, after I've had two massive crashes through that corner now, every time somebody goes through there side by side, I'm going to clench my butt cheeks. I'm honest about that. But guys, we are in P4. P4? How? Are we in P4? We are in P4. Okay. Guys, we are in P4. This is going fantastically after starting P16 on the grid, qualifying P17. Raikkonen gets handed a penalty. We start P16. We are fighting for P4 on this Grand Prix. But guys, I knew there was no way that I was going to keep Vettel behind me. I was actually trying to defend that move. But the Ferrari, being the Ferrari, before we have the patch that's going to nerf the Ferrari, there was no way I was going to keep him behind me. But now, we've got Sainz, Ricciardo, and Bottas. Bottas needs to get past those two if he wants to pass me. And from here on out, guys, I knew this was a chance for solid points. And I was not going to take no for an answer. If Bottas wanted to get past me, I was going to fight as hard as I possibly could. Hamilton leads the way. And as you guys see, we run through all the drivers there. I'm in P5. Then it's Sainz, Ricciardo, Bottas, Kvyat, Perez, and then the two Alfa Romeos are in P11 and P12. It is absolute insanity. I think Hamilton is leading the way from Leclerc in P2. Then it's Verstappen, then Vettel, and then myself. Or is it Albon? I'm not sure. We'll see. I think it might be Albon, to be deadly honest, because Albon was the leading Red Bull. So it's probably Hamilton, Leclerc, Albon, Vettel, and then myself. As you guys can see, here goes Bottas on Ricciardo. He's tired of sitting behind the banana yellow Renault. And here we go, Ricciardo v Bottas. Ricciardo keeps the position for now, as I am under pressure from Sainz just ahead. But Bottas is just not taking no for an answer. And here we go. Now we head down towards Eau Rouge. For those of you guys that don't know what Eau Rouge is, it's this corner we're going to go through now. It's flat out. Down you'll hit the bottom of the valley, up this little hill, and that is Eau Rouge. flat out in a modern Formula 1 car. It is absolutely stupendous to go through there, especially in quali trim. Here we go. And Bottas is around the outside, nothing that Daniel Ricciardo can do. And now Bottas sets his sights on myself and Carlos Sainz. There we go. Here we go. Bottas has caught up to the rear end of Sainz and myself as the sun has now come out here in the beautiful Ardennes forest here in Belgium. So now everything is looking much more beautiful and not so dull with the dark clouds around us. The dark clouds have gone away in existence, and now it is time for some open clear skies with a few white patches in the sky. But here we go. You guys can see I defend from Carlos, who then leaves himself open to get overtaken by Bottas, and now we are going to be under pressure from Bottas. But like I said, if he wants this position, he's gonna have to fight for it. Hammer and tong. And now you guys can see Vettel, who passed me a few minutes ago, is now after it is Alexander Albon, and he takes away Albon's podium position, and that is Vettel now up into P3. As we quickly rewind back towards myself, Bottas, and Sainz, here we go! Wow, that was very. Look at Sainz, he's going for the double whammy. Almost what a move there from Sainz. We go wide out of the final corner because we're defending so harshly. Look at Sainz and Bottas. No. We just lost 2 positions from P5 down to P7. We take a wide line through the first corner. Oversteer! We hit Bottas. Sorry about that. That was oversteer. Sorry, Bottas. Sorry. Yes, that's a legitimate warning. That was a mistake from my side. Up through Eau Rouge. Keep your foot to the floor. It is so scary going through there behind another car in dirty air. Overtake mode engaged. Well, disengaged just now, but DRS open. Here comes Ricciardo as well. Bottas, Ricciardo, Sainz, myself. We just cut ahead of Sainz. Bottas is up the inside. Where's Ricciardo? How did we defend that? How on earth did we defend that? Oh my great goodness, that was absolute insanity. My heart is gonna stop beating, I swear. Oh my great goodness. Here we go. I defend from Bottas again, who now leaves himself open to Sainz. I think Bottas and Sainz are so frustrated they can scream. Because look at the train behind us, guys. I am holding up all these cars as we are just trying to defend from Bottas and Sainz. Sainz takes back P6 from Bottas, who's now back down to P7. As we are holding on for dear life to this P5. Up through Eau Rouge again. Here comes that black Mercedes. The Black Panther versus the papaya orange McLaren. No, not really. The McLaren. McLaren. If you say McLaren in French, McLaren. No, that sounds stupid. It sounds very stupid. I'm not teasing the French accent, but if you say McLaren that way and you are French, please just stop. Here we go. You guys can see Bottas gets around Sainz again. And now, once again, heading through Blanchimont to the bus stop chicane. It is once again Bottas who's trying to get past me. I defend the inside. It's nearly 3 wide there heading into the bus stop. We defend from Bottas. And once again, it's just Sainz saying, thank you, Valtteri. I'm going to have another go now. We need to keep doing this until one of us gets past the little ugly duckling. And here we go. Oh, my word, guys. I can't believe that I'm still defending from those two. I mean, look how easily Vettel just said bye-bye. And now how Bottas and Sainz are struggling to get past me. It is as if I have found a few extra horsepower in that engine of mine. But you guys see Vettel, it's Hamilton, Leclerc, Vettel, then Albon P4. We are still holding down P5. And this is now when we start the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. We haven't yet. The leaders have. And you guys can see I'm still defending from Sainz and Bottas. But at this stage, Sainz is under more pressure from Bottas than he is pressurizing me. So Sainz is the one that is, oh, don't worry, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon! Oh my word, luckily I cut ahead of Sainz. And now we are going to come around the final corner to start the final lap of the Belgium Grand Prix. Look at the train of cars behind me. Guys, if I bring this home, the team is going to be ecstatic. We're going to have a proper after party if this is how we are going to finish. It's myself, Sainz, Bottas, Ricciardo. Here we go, up through Eau Rouge. We had a beautiful exit coming out of the first corner. I used up almost all my electrical energy. But now, on this camel straight, I am an absolute sitting duck because the Renault power unit in the back of the McLaren is super, super strong compared to mine. But we did just enough to keep that McLaren behind us, but the race is still not over. We've still got that final third sector that we have to defend from, guys. Anything can still happen in this race. We jump on board with myself. As you guys look at the top right-hand corner, here we go. It is Lewis Hamilton who is going to come around Blanchimont for the final time and heading into the bus stop chicane for the final time. And he is going to win here in Belgium. He's going to take another historic win for his already fully loaded resume. And through the bus stop he comes with his purple helmet and his black car. And Lewis Hamilton takes the win for the Belgium Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc will make it a solid P2 for Ferrari. And Sebastian Vettel will round out the podium, making it a 2-3 for the Scuderia. But now, we are back on board with myself, Sainz and Bottas, who's going to take P5 as Albon has taken P4 on the road. Here we go. Oh my soul, Sainz, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Sainz is around the outside. We block him again. We block the car in the middle of the road. We didn't even defend properly there. But we have survived with 60% on the left front. We take P5 in Belgium.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here at the Belgium Grand Prix. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. So let's review the updated driver standings. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Parker. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Guys, what an absolutely crazy Grand Prix. We are still in P6 for this championship, splitting the two Red Bull drivers of Albon and Verstappen. And Albon is going to have to work hard if he wants to dethrone me. So we are looking so nice for the rest of this championship. I am absolutely over the moon.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy? Would you say that your rival is still on your level? You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you? The weather was miserable today, but do you feel this was an advantage for you? Great. Well, that's everything.
We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you. Yeehaw! P5 in Belgium. Oh my goodness. How did that race go so well? Guys, what a Belgium Grand Prix. I am ecstatic with that. And guys, this season, this is literally the perfect rookie season. This is turning out to be the perfect rookie season. I am honestly over the moon. I can't tell you guys how over the moon I truly am with this result. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Guys, if that hasn't earned your like, I do not know what will. I mean, ooh, we did it. We did it. P5 in Belgium, a track that I love so much. And now we are heading towards a track where I truly think we are going to struggle immensely. But we are heading towards Monza for the Italian Grand Prix next. But look at that. Guys, if Albon wants to catch me just to dethrone me to P7, he's got a lot of work to do. I think we've secured at least P7 in the championship. And that is absolutely phenomenal. I don't think Stroll, Ricciardo, Perez, or the two McLarens will be able to catch us. Look at their points compared to mine. I've got more than double their points. I am properly in the driver's seat to take best of the rest in the championship. I might even go one better than best of the rest if Albon keeps performing like he's currently doing. So guys, you know you have to do it. Drop a like down below on this freaking video. Woo! Damn, that felt good. It feels good to be back on YouTube. It feels good to commentate epic races like this. This race, my race was nearly ruined at the start, guys. So nearly ruined, as Lando nearly squeezed me into that wall. But we survived. We divided and we conquered. Guys, please, in the description down below, there are going to be probably like 20 links, but it's alright. The links you are looking for is, and listen up, the link towards me and its Assassin's new channel, which will be launching very soon here on Turbo Fox, well, on YouTube, not on Turbo Fox Races, on YouTube. Guys, link to that YouTube channel, which doesn't have any content yet, as well as the social media pages for that channel, which also doesn't have any content yet, are in the description down below. Please go follow, please go subscribe, ding the bell, everything, and make sure you are one of the first viewers as soon as that channel launches. I would highly appreciate that if you guys comment on one of the first videos to say I'm from Turbo Fox Races. Hey man, you always have my support. Something cool like that, I would love to see that. You guys are amazing. Guys, now here on Turbo Fox Races, make sure to follow me on social media. Instagram and Twitter, links are in the description down below. Make sure to share this. You have to share this video with your friends. I mean, come on! Share this video with your friends. Tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out on my social media as well as in a future video. I would highly appreciate that. For those of you guys that have dropped a like, thank you so much. And finally, guys, if you haven't done it yet and you are new to the channel, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding that bell to never miss a future episode, and always be up to date with everything here on Turbo Fox Races. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next video. Let's have a long one. Cheers!